Tonight on Newsbeat, Brian Kelly's arrival at LSU signals the end of an era for LSU and nearby businesses.
And find out what LSU is doing about bad lighting on its campus.
And later, as Christmas gets closer, see how people are focusing more on giving than receiving.
All this and more, Newsbeat starts right now. Good evening and welcome to Wednesday's Newsbeat and the last Newsbeat of the semester. I'm Josh Bowering.
And I'm Allie Kathbar. Thanks for joining us. LSU hired Brian Kelly as the new football head coach. An introductory press conference was held today. Tiger TV's Aria Pons is in the field with more info. Aria?
Thanks, Allie. I'm standing outside of the Lawton Room where that press conference was held. LSU officially announced hiring Brian Kelly early yesterday morning. Today, fans and media alike got their first glimpse of Kelly as he highlighted his love for the university and its dedication to winning.
The SEC doesn't really matter to me. It's this university that happens to be in the SEC matters to me the most.
While it's not likely that we will see Kelly in a coaching position for the upcoming bowl game, it could be an option. For Tiger TV Sports, I'm Aria Pons. Back to you guys in the studio.
Thanks, Aria. The Supreme Court deliberated today about a Mississippi law that bans abortion after 15 weeks. Protesters gathered outside the court building with signs that read, "Abortion is essential health care," as well as "Equality begins in the womb." The court decision makes a turning point and a possible reconsideration of the Roe v. Wade decision of 1973. The court is expected to vote to weaken the verdict of Roe, but not completely overturn it. President Biden commented that he had not watched any of the debate, but that he supports the outcome of Roe v. Wade. The court will now deliberate the case in private vote and release their statements in a few months.
Making six figures in a little over 4 years through a fried chicken partnership doesn't seem like too bad of a deal. Reporter Elizabeth Richrine has more on how Coach O will be finishing the affiliation with Raising Cane's.
With the door opening for Brian Kelly to take Coach Ed Ogeron's position, Raising Cane's is getting ready to promote a new face for their classic chicken tenders. But that starts with getting rid of the old, including new uniforms for employees.
Actually, our crew members, they're not allowed to wear them to work anymore.
As Cane's marketing strategy, Coach O has been placed on shirts, hoodies, ball caps, napkins, cups, and much more since September of 2017. However, with his time running out, Raising Cane's has been cleaning out the closet. Just this past week, Cane's has hosted several free merchandise events where shirts and hoodies have been distributed to customers. In fact, just 24 hours after LSU announced Coach O would not be returning for the 2022 football season, Cane's began taking billboards with Coach O down. While Raising Cane's marketing wishes to not comment, Cane's employees state that the LSU head coach chicken tender duo will persist into the future.
The new coach, he's definitely going to get his turn to be the new face for around here.
On that note, I met with students at the original Cane's location here on campus to see just how they felt about this change in scenery.
Very weird. Very weird. Especially not to see him here every time I come eat.
It's going to be definitely weird because we've grown up with him.
Coach O forever!
We love Coach O. He's a beast.
While Cane's has began their goodbyes with Coach O, it seems like some Tiger fans are going to have a hard time seeing Brian Kelly on their cups of sweet tea. For Tiger TV, I'm Elizabeth Richwine.
If you are looking to get last-minute Coach O merchandise, check Raising Cane's Twitter to see if they are doing more free giveaways.
LSU's Black Student Union ended this year in style with their Black Excellence Ball. The Black Excellence Ball started as an idea to give a prom to those who missed out due to the pandemic. Mr. and Miss Black LSU went through an interview process and were chosen based on how they represent BSU, LSU, and Black Excellence. Junior Raven Terry was honored to be chosen as Miss Black LSU.
To be in this position, to be voted Miss Black LSU, I feel that I can definitely be an example for the younger generation and people around me, people who are like me in my position and people who look like me.
Terry hopes to use her title to show future generations that their dreams are always in their reach.
As the sun is setting earlier, many students feel unsafe around campus at night. But with the help of a new campus project, LSU will soon shine a little brighter. Tiger TV's Mattia Carroll has more.
With student safety being a concern of LSU, the new project is a huge step in the right direction.
It's important because you have so many students that are taking night classes and that are using the campus at night. So we all want the students to feel comfortable and to be able to see what's ahead of them.
Dennis Mitchell, LSU's campus landscape architect, says lack of lighting has been a problem LSU has faced for many years, and plans have been put in place to fix the lighting around campus. And now with the help from consultants and more funding being used, LSU will be able to improve lighting.
Do some replacement lighting. We're going to do some new lighting. We're going to update lighting from that's outdating and not energy efficient.
Student Government's Director of Campus Affairs and Sustainability, Heather Goss, says student government holds a light walk every year for students to express their concerns.
And we basically go and mark at night where students could potentially feel unsafe, where there are lights that are no longer working, where we feel like there should be more lights.
Mitchell says many of the lighting around campus are up to code, but some of the main problems with lighting are many of them are put in bad spots around campus and the quality of the lights are outdated.
We have light fixtures that are too tall and they're up in the canopy of the trees. And so those fixtures that were, put in the 50s and maybe the 60s a long time ago, the trees have grown and kind of covered those up. And so
Mitchell says LSU is in the first stage of the new project to improve lighting around campus and says they are hoping to finish most of the projects within a year. For Tiger TV, I'm Mattia Carroll.
Coming up on Newsbeat, COVID cases may be down, but flu cases are on the rise.
And later on, one famous country singer will be calling Baton Rouge this spring. Stay tuned.
Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars didn't even get to bronze.
Ever since I was a little kid, 3rd grade, at Our Lady of Divine Providence, I wanted to be a sports reporter.
Kamar is expected to take a bigger role in 2018.
Mississippi College prepared me more for what I was going to be doing each and every day. It gave me a grasp of how the industry works, what exactly goes in on it, right? You're just not getting in front of a camera and talking sports. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that you have to do. I gotta work my own camera, I gotta edit my own stuff, produce my own stuff, and then actually do all the stories and everything. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it helped me understand that.
It's going to be the most anticipated season.
Looking back at it, I started this journey in high school when I started writing for my high school paper, and then college with the internships and everything, then getting a first job, and then coming here. So it's a slow process. I'm not there, but I'm confident I will get there.
Here are some things you need to know if you're asked to evacuate due to an emergency. Establish a personal emergency fund. A few extra dollars could help cover a hotel or gas costs if you're forced to leave. If you need assistance for you or your pets to evacuate, find out what resources your local emergency managers have to offer. Develop an evacuation plan now. Determine where you'd go and how to get there. Have a go kit with emergency supplies and copies of important paperwork. Keep your phones charged to receive emergency alerts and warnings.
Welcome back to Wednesday Newsbeat. After LSU's president made the COVID vaccine mandatory for all students, the number of students contracting COVID dropped. COVID cases are down to only 1%. While COVID cases are decreasing, flu cases are rising much higher than they did last year, with 35% of tests coming back positive. Director of the Student Health Center, Julie Hupperich, says that a decline in COVID cases is the light at the end of the tunnel.
And since that time, we have seen a gradual improvement in the infection rate. And this past month, our infection rate was about 1%, which is extremely good.
The Student Health Center here at LSU is offering flu shots along with a promotion where you'll receive a free pair of LSU socks once you get your shot.
As the countdown to Christmas continues, people are shopping and preparing for the winter holiday. Reporter Braxton Brown has more on why people are so excited to give during this season.
As we approach the Christmas season, people around the world are preparing for the most anticipated holiday of the year. While people enjoy this holiday for a variety of reasons, one reason why Christmas time is appreciated is because it is the season of giving. People from all over the world enjoy the opportunity to surprise their family and friends and lend a helping hand to the less fortunate.
We grew up really poor, so I know Christmas is always like a huge thing. Like, oh my God, we get gifts and it's so exciting and it's just very uplifting and part of the spirit.
Another reason people feel urged to give is due to their own experiences and how Christmas time made them feel when they were younger.
It's typically like a pretty happy time. People have like great childhood memories that like they try to recreate. Nostalgia is really something that people like search for a lot. So I feel like Christmas makes that a little bit easier.
The spirit and excitement to give to others is something felt by many as people recall themselves feeling more positive about themselves during this season. According to the Charities Aid Foundation, during the last 2 months of the year, the number of donations sent in continuously rise on a yearly basis. Although this is an exciting time for some, people are aware of those who are struggling and looking forward to the opportunity to help.
Things that are done typically in the winter or around Christmas are still very important. Especially after the past 2 years that we've all gone through. It makes people, feel happy and just kind of like lets a few things sink back for a minute and they can just like enjoy that moment.
This is Braxton Brown reporting, Tiger TV News.
After the break, see why you don't have to wait until next year to hear Colin Baton Rouge in Tiger Stadium. Don't go anywhere.
Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to bronze.
Ever since I was a little kid, 3rd grade, at Our Lady of Divine Providence, I wanted to be a sports reporter.
Kamar is expected to take a bigger role in 2018.
Mississippi College prepared me more for what I was going to be doing each and every day. It gave me a grasp of how the industry works, what exactly goes in on it, right? You're just not getting in front of a camera and talking sports. There's a lot of work behind the scenes that you have to do. I gotta work my own camera, I gotta edit my own stuff, produce my own stuff, and then actually do all the stories and everything. So there's a lot of work that goes into it, and it helped me understand that.
Going to be the most anticipated season.
Looking back at it, I started this journey in high school when I started writing for my high school paper, and then college with the internships and everything, then getting a first job and then coming here. So it's a slow process. I'm not there, but I'm confident I will get there.
Here are some things you need to know if you're asked to evacuate due to an emergency. Establish a personal emergency fund. A few extra dollars could help cover a hotel or gas costs if you're forced to leave. If you need assistance for you or your pets to evacuate, find out what resources your local emergency managers have to offer. Develop an evacuation plan now. Determine where you'd go and how to get there. Have a go kit with emergency supplies and copies of important paperwork. Keep your phones charged to receive emergency alerts and warnings.
Thanks for sticking with us on Wednesday Newsbeat. Country music legend Garth Brooks announced this morning that he'll be calling Baton Rouge next April. Brooks will perform in Tiger Stadium on Saturday, April 30th, with tickets going on sale next Friday. Tickets are expected to cost around $100 all-inclusive and can be purchased on Ticketmaster. This concert will mark the first time Brooks has ever performed in Tiger Stadium and the first time he's performed in Louisiana in 5 years. It will also be his only appearance in all of Louisiana and Mississippi for 2022.
Well, Tiger Stadium is sure to be electric on at least one Saturday night next semester. But that is unfortunately all the time we have for tonight's Newsbeat.
While we won't have any more Newsbeats until after winter, you can stay updated on LSU news and sports by following our social media at LSU Tiger TV.
Until next time, I'm Allie Cadlebar.
And I'm Josh Bowering. Have a great night, Tigers.